Geeking Out is brought to us by Stubbs Prosthetics. Need a hand? Get it at Stubbs. All right, so on tap today at the Geeking Out, I wanted to talk about Squid Game. And first of all, you guys are the ones who introduced me to Squid Game. Before it even blew up all over the internet, you guys had already checked out Squid Game on Netflix. I think we played a show in Pomona that you guys, my band played with your band that night. Right. And you were telling me about, there's a show. It's like, how'd you describe it? It was like...
Is it Hostel? And...
Kind of like Hostel meets Saw meets Game of Thrones, right? Kind of like a challenge, if you will.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody, if you listen to this podcast and haven't seen Squid Game, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's probably... It put Netflix back on the map, at least most recently. And can you believe that the creator of Squid Game had been trying to sell, the concept or at least a screenplay for 10 years before it got picked up by anybody? And then finally they produced it, and now we got what we got. But the reason I bring that up is because Squid Game Season 2 is been approved. It's been greenlit, and that's going to be coming up in the next couple of years, I can imagine. I can't imagine that they've written the scripts for it even. It's been so fresh, unless he already has an idea of what he was going to do. But the protagonist, Ji-hun, will be the hero in Season 2 is what has been confirmed. Now, there's a lot of, theories on what's going to happen with his main character. I, for one, think he's going to team up with the cop who... I don't think he died when he got shot in the arm.
I don't think so either.
No.
So I think they're both, and you know what? I think that the old man was his dad, the cop's dad too. So the dude who shot him and the cop, those two are brothers, and that's why I don't think that the bullet that he shot into him, I think he purposefully didn't make it lethal. He just wanted to punish him for like getting up all on his shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. It can go.
Yeah, that sounds about right. When he shot him, didn't he hit like the shoulder?
Yeah, he got his shoulder. Yeah, it was like right up here, and
so he's still alive.
And one thing I learned from this show is that if you didn't see somebody die, they didn't die. Like the old man.
Exactly.
They panned away from him. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. You hadn't thought about that?
That sounds about right.
We haven't put much thought into it.
No.
I think I just kept thinking about the main character and like thinking, why is he gonna go back? Like, what is his? Is he going to want more money again? Or what is his whole intentions on the next round? Or
we all know he's an awful father.
Yeah.
Right.
Just see your kid.
Right. He spends all this time playing games instead of playing with his, spending time with his daughter.
Well, if I recall, he gave away all the money, right? He gave it to the girl's family, right? Half of it.
He kept the other half. And then he was going to use that to go fly to the U.S. to be with his kid.
That's right.
And then he didn't do that.
He didn't get on the plane.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but when they flashed all that money, all that currency on the screen, did you go to your phone to see? Were you curious to see how much money that was? We checked it out. Wasn't it like $14,000?
Not a lot.
I don't even remember how much it was.
Really? They did all that. They risked all of them, but one died. Yeah. For $14,000?
No, we did look it up.
Did you guys look it up?
And it was
very low.
It was still in the millions of dollars.
Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You're missing a few zeros then.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you checked it out during like the beginning. Like, how much is this small amount of money? Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's the won, right? It's the won.
Yeah.
Won. Korean currency.
Because I was thinking, what are they doing it for that amount?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if it's over $1 million, that's worth it.
Okay,
I guess. Especially if once you if you either leave or vote to leave the Squid Game, which they all did earlier in the season, they have awful lives. So I guess if you want to risk your life for that, go for it. Mm-hmm. But
did you guys watch it with the subtitles, or did you guys?
That's another thing that we discussed on the podcast. So, and I would want to watch it again dubbed because we watched it with subtitles. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we pointed out on a previous episode was how Korean people who watched it are saying, and watched it with subtitles, are saying that that's not what they're saying, or they're leaving a lot out that would be substantial to the spirit of the episode or what they were trying to convey. Right. For example, I forget her name. I forget all their names because they're Korean, but That I guess that like that gangster chick with the long curly hair. Apparently she's supposed to be smarter than how she's portrayed in the subtitles, like a lot wittier and things like that. And they didn't portray her that way. I think I would have probably cared about her a little bit more if it was portrayed, and if they told us, oh no, she's kind of clever, like we should pay attention to her. But they dismissed her. I couldn't wait for her to die even.
Yeah.
In the show.
I think when it's dubbed, because we watched it in the dub.
Okay.
They gave her, I think, the worst voice.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, I think she
What'd
was.
she sound like?
Oh, she just
Lunch
sounded-
Lady Doris or something?
like no, just like a whiny kid
Kinda
almost, like
whiny.
a na 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 na,
Whiny,
like a
sarcastic.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess that she did have a lot of clever things to say.
And also, I mean, that happens with Spanish shows as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you listen to.
Oh yeah. We've been watching Narcos Mexico, the new season.
You're like,
and it's like he didn't say that, or at least, and it's usually with cuss words,
right?
You know, and then when you see the subtitle in English, you're like, nah, it was way worse than what they're writing on the bottom of the screen. But I guess, how would you translate that? Because a lot of it is slang, curse words anyway.
Yeah. But a lot of the meanings too, because I think I had mentioned to you that we had seen. There's a show called Who Killed Sara
Okay.
on Netflix, and that's Spanish.
That's a good show as well.
It's a good show. But they put the subtitles too, and it has nothing to do with
was
what
not
they
matching
say.
up.
And it's not even curse words. It's just
just regular.
regular
dialogue.
Dialogue, yeah.
And I was like, they missed the whole sentence.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Who is translating this stuff?
that's what I don't know.
Well, these shows are coming out fast, so like apúrale. Right?
I guess, but I mean,
But if you get people that really don't know, like say like if they gave me to translate it, I'd probably do the same thing because I'm not really good. I mean, I can speak Spanish, but I can't
what I
translate
you
good.
just got to run it through like Google Translate and fact check it, just spot check it,
Yeah.
just read it over and make sure that makes sense.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah.
at least get the key elements of what
Right.
they're really saying.
Right. So it's across the board then. Anybody who puts together subtitles for something is missing out.
Right.
That
I'm
sucks.
gonna look into that. I'm gonna try to get a job.
Now I got to learn the whole goddamn language before I watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's what you're always bitching at me about. Oh, you need to learn Spanish. So
You're
that we
learning Dutch. Why are you learning Dutch?
Okay, we were
When
supposed
are you
to
gonna
go-
learn Dutch? Where are you gonna use it?
There might be a
We
new
were
Netflix
supposed
show
to go
that's in
That's
Dutch.
Dutch.
to Amsterdam before,
You know they speak English.
the blip. I thought it would have been humorous if I could speak a little Dutch. And now I'm stuck on Duo.
And much of the Dutch language is English.
It's English. It's just pronounced differently.
Yeah, it's like an English with a. It's like if you're a German speaking English with a German accent. That's what Dutch is.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Well,
what
which
it
one
Right.
were you learning?
I'm learning French.
Oh, okay.
At least a third of the planet speaks that. But you're learning Dutch.
is. Yeah. And I'm so far into it. I'm almost done
The
with the
inventors of the
entire
slave trade.
Duo language that, I can't stop now. And then I'll just start on Spanish. after that.
Right.
Or, I have a Spanish speaker that I live with whose first language was Spanish that
Yeah.
does not teach me anything.
Oh,
What do you want me to do?
Teach me Spanish.
I'm not teaching you shit. You got.
Oh
you,
my God. Do you see what I got to work with?
I can.
So how do you say squid?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know marine animals yet. We haven't gone there.
No marine animals. Yeah.
No marine animals. No quiz me. This is not about me.
I learned how to count to 10 in the little bit that I learned from Japanese.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. Because we're all on the same
Someone's gonna
duo.
fact check you and put you on blast. You're talking mess about
Well,
all
I
these
can't,
Netflix
I
shows.
can't say that I learned it correctly, but it sounds legit.
All right. As long as it sounds legit.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
So I know. It sounds like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, there you go.
Well,
That's all you need.
Talking back about Squid Game here, there's going to be a second season. They stated in an interview that Ji-Hung will come back. He'll do something for the world, is what he said. The news comes in the aftermath of Squid Game's massive success in Netflix, where it became the most watched show on the streaming platform in its history. There's a lot of reasons why Squid Game is so popular, and Ji-Hung's journey during the show is no doubt one of those reasons. I think that if he had not been such a piece of shit, we probably wouldn't have cared about him. That's one of my theories too. Because, he's not a bad person, but he just makes a lot of bad decisions.
Exactly.
You know, and in a certain crazy way, I think we all connect with that because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
We've all made some stupid decisions, and but this guy just kind of keeps doing it.
Right.
And obviously, you know, you would hope that he wins, and he does at the end of his spoiler alert. But what's the deal with that red hair he had at the end? That's supposed to signify something?
Oh, the red hair.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. See, I thought it was a graphic novel all this time when we were watching it, but it's not, right? Yeah, I guess he just wrote it.
Maybe
But
maybe after the
don't-
fact it could be made
I
into
don't-
one.
Why do you think?
Maybe it's a new look, it's a
Maybe,
new him.
Knew him.
maybe he's going to a concert. We don't know. Maybe he's going to that brass concert. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, he's gonna get peed on. Middle of the set. Okay. all
I
right.
know Adidas made out and Vans made out, right? Because of all the tracksuits and the white sneakers.
yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's always something. That has
Did
to
you see at
sell.
the Halloween party you went to? Did you see any those costumes, those Squid Game costumes?
No, just
No?
a bunch of Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, because what? His,
What?
Yeah,
what
it was
is-
a tiki horror.
Yeah, he turned it
theme.
into a tiki horror party. So what we had to do is pick a horror character and incorporate Hawaiian to it. So I don't know if you saw my picture. Like, I was the doll from Saw.
Saw the spiral.
But,
Okay.
but
And
my
I
shirt
was,
was a Hawaiian shirt,
And
Oh.
and I had the lei around my head.
and that was the pagan Saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he had Hawaiian shirt. But he had Hawaiian
matching.
shirt. Yeah, we went couples.
Oh, get cute.
Sadie Hawkins.
All right. That's crazy. All right. Well, that's weird. I didn't really go to any Halloween parties, so I don't know what was out there. But that's one of the things I would guess. A lot of people are going to be, you know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard there was a
Game.
lot though. I
Yeah.
heard it sold a lot.
yeah.
Because when I went to, I think Spirit for a last minute thing, that was one of the first things that sold out. Everybody was asking about that.
The best character is the girl, though, right? The girl.
which
the,
girl?
The Simon Says girl.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
doll.
Oh yeah.
Baby doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
no
she's in
doubt.
so many memes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All over the place. All right. Well, the other thing I wanted to touch on was that we just had Disney Plus Day on Friday. That's the same day that Shang-Chi came out on Disney Plus, which we watched, sort of.
We sort of.
Yeah, we fell asleep. Why do these goddamn Marvel movies have to be like over 2 hours long, man? What happened to the average, 90-minute movie these days?
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore. What the fuck?
Doesn't
Well, especially
exist.
in those. I mean, they don't make those short anymore. They've always been long, right?
Oh, dude, okay, so I'm going to be alone on this one. Have you guys seen Dune?
Yes.
Not
No,
yet.
we were gonna watch it, but we heard it was kind of slow, so I don't know.
Dude, it just keeps going. I took a nap and didn't miss anything.
Wow.
Like nothing happened. Like I still followed. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just picked up where I left off.
It's kind of like when you get a phone call and that someone talks forever. You put it down, and they're still fucking talking, right? Kind of.
Yeah, and even
You don't miss
and in those particular kinds of phone calls, you're trying to end it. You'd be like, all right, well, and then they keep talking.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, hey, it was good to fuck. And they keep talking.
But I remember like watching the old Dune, and that's not one of the movies you'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. Like, you can watch movies over and over, but
I can appreciate what they were trying to do. There was a lot of sci-fi elements that, by all accounts, actually were very similar to Star Wars. And to their credit, the first Dune came out before the first Star Wars, so I'm sure there was a lot of influence into the Star Wars world. But Star Wars just became more accepting, more accepted by the general public. But goddamn, dude, this movie, while it was entertaining, it was long, way too long. And the fact that there's a part 2 that's probably going to be just as long, it gave me Lord of the Ring vibes. And I don't know about you guys.
So-
I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings
I'm
like
not a
you guys
fan.
are.
So, do you recommend the movie or no?
Do you have 3 hours to kill?
it's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we can watch.
You know what?
Cut it in half.
It's really one of those space operas.
Yeah.
And there is going to be a part 2, so they need to get all the background information to you. But I feel like it's more like artistic.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
told by a lot of people. They said that
I like that.
This is
Yeah.
one of the movies you should watch at the movie theater because of the big screens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more visual than it is, sonic enjoyment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brooding, people just looking into space and shit
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. I mean, all right, if you're into that, But if Josh was here, he'd be yelling, he'd be screaming about because I'm sure he loved it. He probably whacked off to it. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Josh and I were like on one side, and you were on the other side with this movie,
right?
Because you just absolutely.
I didn't hate it. It's entirely way too long, unnecessarily too long. They could have edited it down to 2.5 hours, maybe. It would have been a little bit more digestible, but 3 hours plus.
Too much.
That's a little much.
And they really do throw a lot of information at you. So it is kind of hard to keep up if you're not paying attention.
But Jason Momoa is in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then that will make it.
There you go. And a lot of A-listers are in there. But anyway, going back to Disney Plus Day, some of the highlights include a special about Marvel Studios' plans for the feature streamable only on Disney Plus, which announces new Marvel original shows to come and shows off previously unseen clips for projects that are coming. So another one is a short teaser of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was already kind of leaked a few days before it, so that kind of softened the blow of the surprise. But it's gonna, include Ewan McGregor again and Hayden Christensen, which doesn't make any sense to me. By then, Hayden Christensen's, or at least Anakin Skywalker, is already Darth Vader. So why did they have to get Hayden for this if he's going to be under a mask? I don't know. I just thought it was dumb. Boba Fett's special on Disney Plus. It gets into Star Wars Bounty Hunter, the Bounty Hunter's backstory. Marvel's documentary specials focused on Shang-Chi and Hawkeye that are premiered on Disney Plus. A trailer for Baymax, a Disney animated series based on the sweet-natured bubble bot from Big Hero 6. A snarky Meet the Cast clip, can't talk, for the Willow reboot series featuring original Willow star Warwick Davis trading veiled and not so veiled insults with his younger castmates.
Do we need a Willow reboot?
No. A new Predator movie called Prey that's going to be arriving on Hulu next year.
That's a clever name,
I guess. And a promo offering 1 month of a Disney Plus subscription for $2 has been also made available all week so that people can see some of this stuff, because this was only viewable on Disney Plus, all these announcements. So if somebody was excited about that, they would have gotten their monthly subscription at $2 for that first month. So I don't know. I don't think that they should have let those things leak early. I think it really ruined. I think there was Geek Tyrant. GeekTyrant.com was pissed about a bunch of stuff that happened on Disney Plus Day, but who cares, right? We saw Shang-Chi. That was cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing the Eternals. Still haven't seen it yet. I know it just came out, but I'll probably hit up an IMAX soon.
Well, I think even if you go to California Adventure at the Marvel Land, they leak out all the time. They have little stuff in the park that they just leak out.
But you just shelled out like hundreds of dollars to get in. They better fucking tell you some secrets.
They're getting extremely crazy on their pricing over there.
Yeah. And let's see. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about the Attack on Titan final season. Now, have you guys seen any Attack on Titan?
What is that?
Ever since I remember us telling
anime.
you about them and urging you to watch it because they were approaching their final season. But Attack on Titan is a show about a humans that live in a walled city, and the reason that they have these walls around their city is because these huge humanoid giants called Titans pretty much wiped out, in quotes, all of humanity except for this island, land island of people. As the story continues to progress, and this is taken in the point of view of the army, the cadets, the people fighting off these Titans and trying to keep the people alive. As the seasons progress, we find out that the heroes aren't really heroes, that it's being, at least the point of view that they gave you in the first couple seasons is skewed in a way. And now that we're in the final season, it's actually those, because they found out that other humans exist outside of the walls if you travel far enough, and that they're the antagonists. They're the assholes who, and so much time has passed by, like centuries have passed by, that they don't really know that they're the bad guys. but we get to see that one of the biggest pivots, I think, in anime history, Eren Yeager, who was the main character in the first few seasons, has pretty much turned into like the villain. Right, Steph?
Yeah. I don't like the way they took this story. Mm-hmm. You know, we were all complaining about it.
Well, that's what happens in the graphic novels, from what we were being told.
Right.
From the Fu and Josh.
This is one of those stories where, you know, the writer didn't want to go past a certain point, but the studios kept pushing for it. And so he had to write something pretty much out of his ass. Mm-hmm. And this is what we got. It's not the first anime this has happened to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's other animes. I think Bleach is one of them, which is another long ass one. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of faded out.
Yeah. Well, the reason I bring it up is because just to keep us reminded that they're working on this last season, is they put out a poster, which is Eren Yeager and his now long hair, and it's kind of like a little collage of all the characters, alive and dead, from the previous seasons coming out of his face like that. So that just reminds me that I should be excited to watch Attack on Titan, and you guys should be too, man. You guys will enjoy the shit out of it, I think.
We'll check it out for sure.
I'm getting excited.
It sounds that way. It sounds that way.
If you like a lot of death
Yeah.
in what you watch.
There's a lot of
There you
death.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for Geeking Out. Everybody stick around for the joint report.
Geeking